So you just decided to click on a YouTube video because it looked super interesting. But then within seconds of watching that video, you are super bored and you decide to click off and ultimately never return to that channel. Now, unfortunately, this is a trap that so many YouTube creators fall into, including you. Now, as you can imagine, this is costing you thousands of views and watch hours on your channel. And the reason you're losing these views is because you're trying too hard to talk in a professional and polished manner, and in the process, people aren't able to connect with the real you. But luckily, there is a plan of how you can actually fix this. And if you stick around with me for the next couple of minutes, I'm gonna show you exactly how to fix this. All right, let's start off with the big problem that you are making, and that is that you are approaching YouTube like a worker instead of a creator. Now, what exactly do I mean by this? Well, when it comes to YouTube, a lot of creators unknowingly use the corporate voice. So they essentially fall into this trap where they're talking in this corporate tone, which they only use at work, right? And usually this tone is very professional, very polished, very structured, and so on. But you need to remember that you are not at work. You are on YouTube. And so when it comes to YouTube, viewers love to connect with the creator behind the camera. So they want you to educate them, to entertain them, and to be their friend, essentially. This brings me to the second portion of this video, which is how to be more natural on camera. So when it comes to being natural on camera, there are essentially 4 different things that you can do. Now, as soon as I started implementing these 4 things, my channel started to get more engagement on my videos. I started to attract more views, and it sort of has this ripple effect because as more people start to watch longer on your videos, it means that YouTube will recommend your videos to more people, which will essentially get you more views, watch hours, and so forth. And so the 4 things that I'm talking about, first and foremost, is you need to try to kill the script. Now, I know that a lot of us YouTube creators, we tend to use our YouTube script as safety nets because it's so easy to lose track of what you're saying. Sometimes you get distracted while you're recording, and sometimes you may even just feel nervous. Now, I'm not saying you need to completely avoid using a script. I am, however, saying that try to not have scripts where you write down everything word for word. And the reason I'm saying this is because when we read a script word for word, it tends to take away our personality a lot because we are so focused on saying each and every word correctly that we can't even talk in our normal voices. It's as if we're just reading and we're being more corporate-like and so on. And so what I want you to do instead, and this has worked wonders for my channel, is to start using a bullet point script. So essentially what you're gonna do is you're just gonna have your title and you're gonna have your headings plus then bullet points underneath each one of those headings. And this is gonna make it so much easier for you to talk off the top of your head, bring out the real you, and so forth. Now, before I continue with the rest of the tips, I first want to mention that I know that having a YouTube script and good content is just one key element of having a viral YouTube video. And so if you want to discover the other 8 key elements that you need in order to create videos that can gain thousands of views, I've created a viral YouTube video checklist that you can download in the description for free. The second thing that you can do to sound more natural on your videos is to find your energy zone. Now, what I mean by this is you know that there are certain times during the day that you just feel like you have no energy at all. Now, usually for me, that's between the afternoon, right? So between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m., I feel super drained. And so I need to make sure that when I'm recording my videos, I try to avoid that time frame. Instead, what works for me is I wake up at around 8 to 8:30 in the mornings. And so I'll get ready, put on my makeup, and go ahead and record that video right away because that's when I'm the most energized. And so I want you to go ahead and find your time zone where you feel most energized because that's going to make such a big difference on your videos. Now, to illustrate how powerful your energy can be for your YouTube videos, I'm going to show you an example. So I'm going to literally give you a sentence with energy and then give you the same sentence without energy. So here it goes. This editing app is crazy. It literally helped me take my editing time down from 10 hours to just 2 hours. This editing app is crazy. It helped me take down my editing from 10 hours to just 2 hours. Can you see the massive difference? The one I feel super excited and relatable, where the other one I feel like I'm tired. And so try to experiment with times that work well for you so that you can make sure that your energy is top notch. The third thing that you can do to sound more natural and find your authentic voice is to practice before you hit record. Now, there are a couple of different ways that you can actually do this. And for me personally, this looks like reading through the script, maybe even without putting the camera on, I'll just go through the script and talk a bit about it and just warm myself up. Others may like to practice in front of a mirror. So if you're someone who feels very self-conscious, who struggles to do public speaking and things like that, you can always go ahead and practice in front of the mirror and see yourself talking. And that way you're going to see you don't actually look that bad. So you'll start to gain more confidence. Now, another way that you can also do this, and this is how one of my clients, Elisa, does it. She has a podcast as well as a YouTube channel. And what she will do is she'll first go ahead and record that podcast. So she'll take that exact script that she wrote, she'll read it and record her podcast. Then she's already practiced one round, right? So after that, she goes ahead and records her YouTube video, because that way she now knows exactly what she needs to say. She's warmed up and her YouTube videos go a lot more fluent. So if you don't have a podcast, you don't have to do it that way. Instead, maybe you can just go ahead and record it on your phone. It's really up to you, but try to find a way that you can practice before you record, because that takes away so much of the pressure. And last but not least, I want you to embrace the mess. So a lot of the times, us as YouTube creators, we are convinced that we need to sound super polished and we need to have all of our ducks in a row in order for us to look more professional and for people to like us and take us seriously. When actually, it is the opposite in this year and beyond. We are now in the age of authenticity, which means that people want to connect with the real person behind the camera. Now, if you talk to your friends, they'll often stumble, they'll often laugh, they'll often just, express themselves in different ways. And so you need to think of your YouTube viewers as your friends. You need to talk in a way where even if you stumble on your words, even if you look silly in a certain part of the video, don't just go and edit that out, include it in the video, because that just makes you seem more human. And as we all know, we do not relate to brands, instead we relate to humans. Now, as I mentioned, the actual content of your video is just one of the key elements that makes up a viral YouTube video. And so remember to go ahead and download the free viral YouTube video checklist if you want to learn more about the 9 key elements that your videos need for them to get thousands of views. So you can get it for free down below. Now, if you feel like you are doing all of this already and you are being authentic in your videos, but YouTube is still not recommending your videos to more people, then there may be some other problems on your channel. And so if this is you, you can go ahead and watch this video next, because I explain how to get YouTube to recommend your videos in this video. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.